Nice choice here, actually, by KawaiiRice. This is a map that's a little bit hard for Zergs. We've been hammering on it all week, and most of my cookouts tonight. It's such a pain in the rear to grab your third. Looking like Kawaii's ready to go. He's saying go, go. Violet is ready as well, so we're going to go ahead and start the game.
Let's do this.
All right, man, so you have to call it. I know it's your first time. I'm putting you on the spot. Who's going to win the series?
Who's going to win the series? Violet.
You think it's Violet? Going for the easy pick, man.
Well, just look at the last game.
Yeah, you're right.
The last game says it all. I mean, he took control. He defended well in the early. He didn't lose much to the harassment with the Hellions. And then once he got control, he never let it go. He just hammered the Terran until the Terran fell over.
So true. Violet showing why he has been a force to reckon with in the last few months, and is looking like he's not going to be losing any steam. In the bottom right corner, who do we have here?
We have Kawhi.
Yep. On Team Light. Very, very fantastic. Emily takes one away as well. In the top left corner, who do we have?
We have in the red trunks, Empire Violet.
Empire Violet. How do you know he wears trunks, man? Maybe it's sweatpants. Do you ever think about that? It's cold in this venue.
Yeah, maybe he's a briefs kind of guy.
Yeah, well,
but
I guess he can be a briefs guy in public.
Yeah.
That is
judging by what happened last game, he's hanging long and loose, and he needs the extra space.
Oh dear, oh dear. Did he really just say that? He just said that, guys. So we're going to be having Violet going to set himself up for most likely a macro-oriented play. 15 hatchery is pretty okay on this map. I actually prefer the 15 pull, just for the mere fact of this little crevice right here where a 2-racks aggressive play can be really, really strong.
That can be brutal.
Get a bunker up here, and these 2-3 Marines slam themselves in here, get an SCV put on hold position, and it becomes such a pain in the rear to hold it off. But we've seen Zerg players with the 15 pull hold it off pretty well, like Hey Pro. We saw him do it yesterday in a few of the matches that I casted. So, checking over into Violet, he is going for that 14-15 drone mark. Checking over into our Terran player. He has not grabbed a gas quite yet. If he's going to grab one, he's got to do it soon. If not, it could be a 1-racks expand.
Could be a 1-racks expand. Could be a 2-racks play. Never know.
Well, 2-racks, it's a little bit late for a 2-racks. You normally see a 2-racks 13-14 or 11-11. The game goes by faster when we're talking, man. You just get
does.
Yeah, you're just like, oh my gosh, we're 3 minutes in? What? Yeah, so checking down to the natural. There goes a hatchery right away. There is an overlord located over the area, just to make sure no bunker play or anything crazy is going to be going on. So
yeah. Judging. Oh no, he's going to wall in, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah. Very, very important to wall in here. And as we can see, the researchers are starting to climb here.
That. You just make the depot to solidify the wall in, and then you let the guy after the barracks finish it off.
Jump on that supply depot, man. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Gotta do it, man. Be on top of it. Might have an early drone come out. Those 9 drones have been popular before.
Definitely. Well, it's important to keep the information edge in StarCraft.
Yeah, for sure. Game of information. Well, 15 hatchery here, and it looks like we're going to be following up into, I believe that's spawning pool into a gas here, so going for the safe play pool first, similar to game number 1. And checking down into the main, we finally have the command center being created here. 1-racks expand, it sure is. We'll see double gas most likely afterwards. It's been really the flavor of this weekend. Get those double gas up, follow up with a couple of racks, or maybe even a factory, get out whatever type of play you want. There goes the first factory, or I'm sorry, the first refinery. There goes the second refinery, and this is standard.
Excellent.
Yeah, ooh, I love this. See? He's making sure that no bunker goes down. I love it, man. It's worth missing this mining time to secure that you get to the mid-game, especially since you went for a 15 hatchery. You're going to be ahead in economy no matter what. You're going to have the 2 queens available for injects. You're going to be able to drone up like crazy. Make sure that bunker does not go down. Beautifully done by Violet. As you can tell, I was excited.
Yes, most definitely. Yeah, you really need the worker if you're going to scout with both overlords.
Yep.
Because you need something to see the area and make sure nothing funky's going down.
No sneaky sneak.
No, you got to scout the cheesy worker.
That's right,
Cheesy worker will kill you.
Cheesy worker. I love quesadillas. Well, looking into the main here, he's still mining gas with just 1 harvester at the moment. This allows him to do a couple of things. If he needs to, he can switch into baling right away. It also lets him just slowly accrue gas, but still keep up with drone production. So, really cool. A lot of Zerg players kind of quit doing that and rely more on scouting, but it's okay to go ahead and keep 1 on there. I actually leave 2 on there, but I'm scared of Terran because it's not my favorite matchup. We do actually have a reactor following up as well into a factory, so looking like Reactor Hellion follow up after an expansion. So, it's a little bit of a delayed Reactor Hellion, but it's certainly very, very nice.
Yeah. I'm actually curious what he's going to do with the rest of his gas. He hasn't cut any mining on the gas, so maybe we could see some Banshee play. Maybe... Is that a double command center?
Yes, this is actually pretty popular, because with Reactor Hellions, you do grab map control. Of course, you keep your opponent in the base. Now, you got to make sure you don't lose any Hellions. But you keep your opponent kind of sitting in the main, naturally you keep them a little scared, and while that's happening, your third is starting to pay for itself. You have triple SV production, you have 3 meals going at a time. It's very, very beneficial if it goes unscouted. So the Reactor Hellion is very important in this play. We do have a Rax, or a Starport following up afterwards as well, and straight into a a Rax into a Tech Lab, so you might actually be correct here in terms of we're going to have a Banshee. I don't know if Cloak will be it quite yet. If it is, it's going to be a very delayed Cloak Banshee, which could throw off your Zerg opponent, especially if he goes for Roaches, which we have on the way here from Violet. This build order might be very, very good from Kawaii.
I don't even think he has an Evo yet. He has no detection. There's still a lot of time before the Cloak timing hits.
Yeah, if he can get a scout on. He actually has an Overlord in the top right corner. It's maneuvering his way in. You usually want to go in for a scout around the 6:45 to 7:15 mark. Usually around 7:30 if you do see an expansion thrown down. He's going to see that, and he'll be going that way. And he actually might see the starport if no Marine's going to be out in time to actually get rid of this.
Yeah, he's got 3 Marines sitting at the front.
But he didn't actually see the Overlord. The Overlord came around this corner, did the Overlord, as we do have Hellions.
Nice.
Yeah, Overlord saw it, and he pulled back.
Smart play.
Nice range there. But he's going to go ahead and station it in the top right corner, because he's not one to scout quite yet, which could hurt him.
It is a Cloak.
Yep. Cloak is on the way, so you called it, man. Look at this guy. Soul Calibur knows more than I know. Rotorn has finished up. We have 6 on the way already. Did see the Hellions because they've been harassing this creep a little bit. And there goes the first Banshee as well. So we'll see how the game progresses. I really like this build from Kawaii. Very, very interesting.
Yeah, this feels like something I would do. Actually, no, I would have been all in by now. Oh, he sees the Roaches.
Yeah, which he's going to like. He likes that. Because he has the Banshees out. Banshees are very, very good at holding off Roach aggression as well. If you can get in the main of the natural.
2 bunkers going down. Oh, 3 bunkers going down.
Yeah, get nice and secure here at home. Need 3 bunkers to pull off SCVs if need be. He might be a little bit fearful of a very strong Baneling Roach aggressive push, but that's not happening here from Violet. He's got a lair thrown down, grabbing a 4th gas.
Double Evos.
Yep, double Evo. Hellions going to go be harassed by these Roaches as well, but this allows Violet to keep his creep spread, and now we see he's starting to engulf the map.
Defensive Roaches.
Yep.
I like that play.
Yeah.
That actually bought him all the time he needed to defend the Cloak.
Yeah, usually when you see defensive Roaches, you see 3 to 4, but he actually made 6 to 7, which really makes Kawaii and alarms at base. That's why we saw 3 bunkers that it was thrown down. So it's actually really, really big that he actually made 6 to 7, because 1, he's not meaning to put any aggressive behind it, and we have. Look at our player. He's so defensive. He's left his Banshee at home, so there will be no harassment.
Exactly.
That Roach play was beautiful, actually.
That was kind of mind-blowing.
Yeah.
And now the Roach... Actually, I think that's why he moved the Roaches out in front first. He didn't try and clear take some map presence with Zerg. Actually, no. There was too many Hellions out in front of his base to use Zerglings for that.
Yeah, well, we have...
I'm not always right.
It's all good, man. 3rd hatchery now finishing up. Going to grab a 5th and 6th gas at the moment. Throwing down the injects, checking into Harvesters. 52 to 47. Not as big of a lead as Violet would like, but it's definitely a lead in itself.
Yeah, it's workable.
Infestation Pit following up. He's actually... This is cool. He opened up with Roaches and then switching to Ling and Fester. Yes. So awesome, man. Love it.
Pushing his way up a tech tree, and he's doing double Evo, getting the melee upgrades.
Well, 2 Banshees are on the way to the 3rd. He's going to be a little surprised by this. Wait a minute, you have Banshees down, and he has no Spore Collar set up. They're going to go ahead and cloak here. Queen won't be able to do any damage, and now drones are starting to be picked apart.
So many workers.
Yeah, 3, 4,
so many workers dying. Wow.
Yeah, quite a lot,
I can't believe he didn't build any defensive spores.
Well, he doesn't need them. Because his lair is done. That's one of the bad things about it. Delayed Banshee tech is that if the lair is done, it's really not going to do as much damage. But overall, actually, he's doing more damage than he really should have. Probably didn't see it in time. And pick off a couple of drones. Make it a queen. No, he sure will not. They will go ahead and deter away these Banshees as they are low on HP.
All right, and then he's going to swing around, actually, and more workers sitting out here. Another 2 kills. Oh, even more.
Yeah, cool.
So many. I can't believe those Banshees did so much damage.
Yeah, Kawaii doing very, very well with control here. 16 and 10 combined at 26 kills, calling in the workers' kill count. Oh my gosh, he actually got 20 workers, 59 to 53. Beautifully done there. We now have an Overseer sitting over the main currently at the moment. Just get an idea of what exactly is going on within Kawaii's base. You can see at 3rd Command Center. Now it's going to be, oh dear, he's had 3rd Command Center for a while. It's going to be kind of hurtful. And that's why he's actually pretty much tied up with Violet in terms of Harvesters because of that beautiful 3rd. So.
Yeah, he's actually oversaturated right now. He doesn't want to look into taking his 3rd.
Not quite oversaturated, but he will be soon.
On.
Yeah. So, yeah, you're right, actually. There's a 3rd Command Center down there in the bottom. Overlord is burning out that creep, which delays the expansion just a tad bit. But Violet keeping up his creep spread, should be grabbing a 4th, and there it is, actually. Would like to see maybe a 5th pretty soon as well, actually. Just because he has the map control and can do that. Looking over into Violet, got a nice amount of Festers out, switching into some Roaches as well. And one of the things that I love about Violet is that he knows how to mix Roaches in and actually make it work. He uses the Roaches to go straight for Siege Tanks to die those Siege Tanks. He uses the Roaches to actually tank a lot of Siege Tank damage as well. It's really, really cool to watch him play with Roaches because, in general, a lot of Zergs feel that Roaches are kind of bad against Terran, and if you don't use them correctly, yeah, they sure are.
Yeah.
But Violet shows that they can be useful. So we do have the
Yeah.
4th hatchery in this very far top right corner, a little over halfway done. And looking at the upgrades, we already have a Hive already on the way, Aspire being
Wow.
queued up. He's going straight to Broodlords.
Yo, let's go. This almost looks Stefano-esque.
Yeah, a little bit of a variance of the style for sure, man. I guess it's kind of Zerg-esque because we always go
Yeah,
straight to
that's
Broodlords,
true.
man. But yeah, the Ling Infestor has definitely become very, very popular. But
wow.
nice catch there. Man, he didn't even use
He
a
was
fungal.
not looking.
Yeah, he just right-clicked to that Zelnaga, assuming maybe only a couple of Lings would be there, but did not work out for him as well as planned. 3rd orbital is now up down the bottom left corner. 70 to 70 in Harvesters, and the Mules actually give the advantage in terms of income to Kawhi. 3,000 right now currently compared to the 2,000 of his opponent. Decent amount of Infestors out. Hive is close to being done, and we should be seeing that Greater Spire pretty darn soon. Now, this is the point where Kawhi wants to maybe start moving out. Looking over to him, he's at 1-1 in upgrades. He's going to have 2-2 pretty soon, as well as +1. But you always want to hit before that Brew Tech does hit.
Lings getting their scout on.
Yeah, really, really important to get in there. And it looks like they were killed off, but they got an idea of what composition is available here. 32 more Lings are on the way. 2-2 is about to finish up. Looking at the production available here for Kawhi, he is pretty well set up, man. He's got a nice amount of facilities, constantly churning away with that 3-base economy that he has available to him.
Yeah, he's really been stocking up the whole game. He hasn't really done much sharking around and pushing his army to try and force the Zerg to build stuff. So we've really had a chance for the players to build up for the composition they want, in the numbers they want. And now we get to see what happens when they push across the map.
Well, yep, Banshee going to go ahead and harass some Infestors a little bit, forcing a fungal there. But what he's doing is trying to clear out those Dalnaga. The thing is, it doesn't really matter too much because still Violet is aware that he's pushing across the middle of the map. But to go ahead and receive that creep is really, really important here for Kawhi. Still moving forward, has created a 4th command center as well. And it looks like he's going to go ahead and contest his hatchery in this top right corner if he can make his way on up there. I like him sending 5 to 6 Lings, or Marines, to go ahead and clear out creeps. So important that he's doing that.
Definitely. You want to always push the Zerg back, keep him in the dark, so you don't know if he doesn't know if you're pushing your siege tanks up to try and go for your main natural area, or if he's going to go up towards where his 4th is.
Yeah, so true. And at this time, it really becomes a job of Violet just to make sure he delays so he can get his Broodlords out. His Greater Spire is now finishing up. 8 Corruptors coming out at the same time.
And it looks,
yeah, he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to engage quite yet. He's gonna go for a counterattack here. Supply Depot wall is pretty strong.
It's not closed.
Oh, it isn't. You're
Oh
right.
my God.
Oh my gosh, that
Just
reaction
in time.
Well done, well done.
That's not closed either.
That was not closed though. Bunkers do get surrounded, and actually, it looks like Kawhi is going to retreat all the way back, and that's allowing the Broodlords to get their way into the game. Roaches came as well. Everything gets surrounded. SB's now in trouble at the natural.
God, so many Lings in the natural and no one to defend. Oh, that's so brutal.
Pretty brutal indeed. We do have Marines making their way up the ramp.
I hope he thinks that whole army in there is disposable. I mean, there are just Roaches and Lings, so they are cheap units, but at the same time, there is no escape.
It's okay. He was very... Oh, we actually have a drop going down in the top left as well. Missed that. Nice counterattack there from Kawhi. Did he do a lot of damage?
Now he knows there are Broodlords out there.
Yeah. Well,
so he also got some very valuable information.
Very, very true of you to say, but there's so many Broodlords now in the field. How many Infestors on there? There is only 4 here, but they do have a decent amount of fungals. They can land some great fungals, will be good to go. Siege tanks are actually kind of barren by themselves. Kawhi's got to be a little bit careful. Want to make sure you're nice and together when moving out across the middle of the map. It's really one of the strengths of pushing out. You leave your Marines with your siege tanks so they can kind of protect them. Broodlords are now moving forward while a drop is still going in this top right corner. And we'll see what exactly the plan is for Violet. Is he going to go and engage? It looks like he's brought queens, so he can't really run away without losing those queens.
No. Well, Broodlords can't run either.
Yeah.
So either way, he's committed. He's down there. He's going all in.
Well, looks like we're going to have a Marines round. He does catch a drop. 4-caller shelling away as well. And he's going straight for the natural here, which Kawhi might be able to set himself up for a flank from behind if he plays it correctly. Corruptor's going to take out the Vikings that are trying to be here for defensive measures against the Broodlords. Ling's going to go ahead and head on him first. They only see a siege tank and a couple Marines, and he's going to kill it off.
Yeah, he's gotten to that position right out front of the Terran base, and as long as he can zone correctly, his unit composition is so strong, he might just be able to win this game outright right here.
Well, there goes the fungal, locking those Marines into place, and it looks like at the same time there's a drop going in the top left corner. Siege tanks are being shelled away at the same time. They're going to focus down the queens, but the Broodlords do shell away. This drop is actually pretty big. It's shelling away at the natural, but he's not paying attention. Now we have all the siege tanks cleaned up. And will Violet be able to clean up this drop that's going on from Kawaii? Very nice play here. Got a number of links starting to be created here at the natural. He's got 28 on the way, but still moving forward with his Broodlords. Vikings trying to pop out to help out, but there's too many Corruptors to kill them as they are spawning onto the map. And Infestors do come back. There goes a Fungal.
Sick Fungals.
Yep, Marines now look like they will implode. Even with the healing power of the Medivacs, it won't be enough. And now C takes a left and leans to clean that up. And he's still moving forward here. There's Marines popping out. That's very, very helpful. He's got some great production, but
he's going to have to kill those Corruptors.
Yep, he's got enough Broodlords that it doesn't really matter here. The Marines can't die without taking too much damage. And it looks like, there we go, they're going to try and dive. Will they kill any Broodlords? One does go down. A second one might go down. No, it doesn't. There's too many Marines. Vikings popping out. Corruptors killing it off. These siege things, or these few Marines have made their way into the main, but it looks like he's going to go ahead and GG. Well, looks like Violet, you called it, man, takes it series 2-0. Well done, man.
Not in the style I was expecting him to. He sat back, and he waited for the right time to strike in that one, which I can really appreciate as a player, but it didn't have the same kind of aggression. I have a feeling that was more of a function of the map, though.
Well, it's also the way that Kawhi was playing. He was playing very, very turtley as well. He had a few Hellions on the map, and that was really his only use of aggressiveness whatsoever. Once those were cleared up, he really just wanted to stay back and he wanted to get some upgrades out and then maybe go for a timing where he can hit before Broodlords hit, but unfortunately it didn't work out for him too well at all. So, Violet takes a series 2-0, feeling a little bit better about his pool play. I want to thank you very much for coming out, man. I appreciate
no problem.
it. Yeah, definitely.
I'm happy to be here.
Guys, we need to get his name right. It's Bibulus. You want to spell that on stream so people can follow you?
All right, yeah. My handle's Bibulus. My Twitter is @BrutusBibulus. That's spelled BREWTUS BIBULUS. Typically a fighting game guy, but I wanted to get my esports on and help these guys out. I mean, Cash, just need a break. You've been in the box all day.
Yeah.
And
Kibbles had to go, man. His voice is starting to hurt a little bit. So I will also tweet him as well, so you guys can give him a follow. But again, thank you very much for coming out, man. We're gonna
do it.
Yeah, man. It was a lot of fun. So I'm gonna go ahead and take an overlay and put it up for you guys. We'll be back in about, I believe, the next 30 minutes for another game. So we'll be back, guys.
Awesome.